Hi guys, I'm Locutus, and welcome back to the Collective. We're going to start yet another new series. I will one day finish some of the series that I've already started, I know. But I have literally finished downloading this just now. So I wanted to dive straight in from the beginning and give you guys my first impressions.
A bloody age.
However, intro movie.
An age of war. The gods are cruel, and we are their playthings. But this is no game. It is ceaseless war.
Well, it kind of is a game.
With the old world its prize. Many seek the path to victory, but only one can stand glorious over all.
The CEO of Games Workshop.
From the Badlands come the orcs and goblins, a green tide of brutal creatures that must be stopped. In Sylvania, the dead rise again. The vampire counts march forth. The mighty dwarf kingdoms, long thought diminished, are resurgent under their high king. And at the old world's heart stands the Empire. Karl Franz must prove worthy of the Warhammer. Then there is chaos. Its corrupting, changing taint despoils all before it. Only the strongest will endure. War is upon us.
And war never changes.
Unending.
Wait, sorry, wrong franchise. I looked a lot like Ben Kingsley there for a second. Oh, I just realised the irony of the whole war never changes thing shortly before Siege appears. For those who don't know Warhammer, Siege is one of the Chaos gods, and he is basically the god of change and trickery and... well, yeah, I digress. So yeah, Warhammer Total War, guys. This one, well, if you don't know me outside of, YouTube, so, which is unlikely, because I'm pretty sure most people who will ever watch my videos are most likely people who know me, but you never know, and if this is from the far future, and, I have achieved fame and glory via the internet, and many people watch my stuff who don't know who I am, yeah, wishful thinking, I know, but yeah, I am a massive tabletop gamer. I play an awful lot of war games that I have done over the years. Not so much Warhammer these days. In fact, not at all Warhammer these days, unfortunately, because Games Workshop have basically... well, they have literally killed the game and turned it into... Age of Sigmar is basically what has replaced Warhammer in Games Workshop, and it is generally held by most of the wargaming world as a massive load of garbage. I've never actually played Age of Sigmar, so I can't really comment, to be honest. I've had a read of it, I've had a look at it, and honestly, there's some rules in it I actually quite like. A lot of people hate some of the silly rules, but there's a lot of silly little things, like, for example, if you're playing a dwarf army and you have a beard, you get a bonus to stuff. But, it's very much a game that has been made for casual play and is silly, and, it might actually be kind of fun. And who knows, someday I might give it a try. But what I don't like is the fact that rather than just releasing that as another product, which would have been fine, I would have been entirely cool with that. they completely killed Warhammer Fantasy Battle. They wrote it off. They decided all the existing miniatures were going to be rebased for a completely different play system, so you couldn't use the same ones for, say, the old game and the new game. And the way it's been marketed and released has essentially been a massive push. Unfortunately, like most things with Games Workshop these days, just solely about the profit margins rather than actually making a good, fun game. Now, I know that sounds incredibly bitter and jaded, but Games Workshop used to make some awesome games, and I used to really enjoy them, and they just don't anymore. However, this is based on the old Warhammer, and it's based on the old Warhammer world before all the end times crap that basically ruined the game, and it's classic Warhammer as those of us who used to play it on the tabletop know and love. Also, I've been told, I haven't actually played it yet, I have literally just bought it about couple of hours ago, and it's been downloading on Steam, and I'm good to go now for my first go of it. There were a few things about this release that have admittedly disappointed me. I used to play Wood Elves on the tabletop, and for those of you who know me and who have watched some of my other playthroughs of things of a fantasy nature, you may have already gathered I am quite fond of things like Romulans and Vulcans and elves, and basically anything with pointy ears I tend to go for it. I don't know if it's not so much the look, it's just, I don't know, they always seem to have that sort of finesse edge to them that I just appeals to me as my playstyle. However, as you may have gathered from the intro, no elves for you in this game yet. Despite the fact they were pretty much one of the core races of Warhammer, the initial release of the game, you have only got 4 playable races to choose from. Now, they're good playable races, and Warriors of Chaos if you have the expansion for it, but I'm not sure. Let's go to downloadable content. Do I actually have it? Oh, no, that's going to open my Steam account, so I'm going to close that. I don't know if you guys actually saw that because it opens another window, but I don't want my Steam account details going up on YouTube, needless to say, so we won't be doing that now. I don't think I actually have it, but I can download it later, and I'm assuming there will be downloadable content for... I'm not so sure about Wood Elves, because Wood Elves are a very skirmishy style of play, which wouldn't necessarily fit within a Total War kind of... Incidentally, Total War Warhammer. Now, I've heard a lot of people saying for years, myself included, that Total War and Warhammer were a marriage made in heaven. They need to make that game, and it needs to be called Total Warhammer. You'd think that's a no-brainer. I can see why they've split it, because that thingy up there, Total War with the little horsey on the end, is a trademarked logo, basically. That is the Total War logo. It's the same, you know, Rome, medieval, all of those has got that exact little bit of Total War emblem on top there, and Warhammer there, with that font and that icon and everything, is a registered trademark to Games Workshop. So, if you called it Total Warhammer, you couldn't have Total War plus Warhammer, 2 trademark logos, blah 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 blah. That's the only reason they've done it that way. I am sure Sega, whatever the company's called, I think it's Sega that actually produces the Total War series, but Creative and Games Workshop, neither of them are dunces to marketing, frankly. They are both really, really lawyered up, and I am sure the concept of Total Warhammer was not overlooked, but was deliberately avoided. Anyway, I have prattled on long enough. Let's actually, well no, one more thing. Let's have a look in the options menu, just have a quick check and make sure everything is set as I want it. My PC is pretty good, but it's no spring chicken these days, so we are going to keep it on high, which is what it detects, which is what it recommends actually. And we're going to keep the resolution in 1080p because that is the native resolution on my monitor. You guys are probably watching this in lower because I actually generally record in 720, simply because it keeps the file size a bit more sane and makes it a little easier to upload to YouTube. But we're not changing anything else there, so let's go to campaigns, and we're going to start a new campaign. So we have a choice here. We can play as the Empire. We can play as the Dwarfs. It's worth noting it's dwarfs, not dwarves. There are distinct differences between Warhammer nomenclature and Tolkien. We can play as the Greenskins, which is orcs and goblins and trolls and or we could play as the vampire counts. Now, this is a tough decision here, because without my beloved elves, if I had ever started another army for Warhammer, it would probably have been an Empire army. Okay, so faction mechanics. We can only capture territory belonging to vampire counts or any other human factions except for the Norse. Oh, so there are other factions in the game, they're just not playable. Technologies, link various building, dwarves. Armies can use network of underground tunnels. Enemy actions result in grudge missions, all of which must be settled. Only capture territory belonging to greenskins and other dwarf factions. It's interesting, you can only capture certain things. Vampire counts. I do like vampires. The Vampire Counts was another army I considered playing when I played the tabletop game. Undead is an interesting way to play as well, because your units are garbage for the most part, except for a few elite ones, but you have some very strong hero characters. Now, you know what? We're going to play as Empire because well, steam tanks, basically. And I do like proper cavalry. And ooh, Griffin cavalry. Okay, you know what? Yeah, we're going to play as Empire. Enable introduction. We have a choice. We can play as Balthazar Gelt, who is a lore metal wizard. Or we can play as Emperor Karl Franz. It starts with some halberdiers, some handgunners, and some Reichsguard. Campaign movement range is up. Upkeep is cheaper for Reichsguard and great. Ooh, great swords are good. Can unlock Griffin Mount. And you get heroes in this as well. Or we can Flying Pegasus, Battle Wizard, upkeep for wizards. He starts with some great swords and a mortar. We are going to play as Karl Franz with the enable introduction thing, because that's like there are tutorial movies, but I've played enough Total War in the past. I think I know what I'm doing. So let's just start the campaign. I'm guessing ring, by the way. I know I haven't been very active as far as making videos and what's on here. There are two reasons for that. First of all, it has been mental itself within just wiping out for the night. I am just too engrossed to tear myself away from it. I might record some episodes of existing Empire, but it would be a little bit confusing because I'd be dropping you into the middle of what's going on, how I got there. And a lot of Stellaris content on YouTube already. Type Stellaris or Let's Play Stellarian results at the moment. And further to that, just about the deepest and richest, well, I suppose it is an RTS strategy game I've ever played. But it's not that exciting to watch, since most of it involves essentially small things and research choices and oh, I'll shut up for a second here though.
The drums of war never cease, for the old world lies in great peril.
I have to have a look at the graphic settings and see if I can raise them, because some of the textures here look a bit ropey. And I'm sure my PC can handle better than this.
A leader is needed to unite the Empire.
Then again,
of
the sheer number of units it's rendering, if I turn it much higher, my PC might cry. This is already barely running at 30 frames per second, I guess, so... You know what, I retract that statement. This looks pretty good. I'm not sure if this is rendered or if this is just recorded video. I think this is rendered in engine. If it is, then I am happy with that.
As gods battle for the world's fate, I make my own humble contribution. In the employ of the newly anointed Emperor.
And that statue, I'm pretty sure, would be Sigmar. Ruiner of games, destroyer of franchises.
Now,
No, I'm sorry.
to the Emperor's ancestral capital. For the demented Rachnic Spiderclaw leads an attack on Altdorf's walls.
Rachnic Spiderclaw sounds very goblin-y.
Is Karl Franz, the true wielder of Gal Maraz. But as he fights to secure his status as Emperor, will his reign strengthen the nation?
Well, I hope so.
Or lead it to ruin?
But more likely the latter.
Men of Reichland, greenskins assault our capital. Theirs is a vile race Sigmar swore to expel from our lands, yet they dare return. Join me, men, for I will not rest until every accursed goblin lies burning on a pyre.
The Goblin army lies ahead, Emperor. They are preparing for an attack on
tutorial.
Altdorf. See for yourself.
They are dicks. Let's have a look at these little bar stewards. Hello, Orxes.
Your men are engaging the enemy from all sides, sire. Be sure to join the fight yourself.
I will not stand idle. Seeking enemy.
Okay, so I'm only controlling, at the moment, Karl Franz and this one unit of halberdiers. Can I actually join a ranked unit with them?
Remember, as you fight, that help and advice is available at your request, my lord. You may rely upon it.
Move out!
Can I order him to enter the formation, as it were?
On way! Heading out!
Attack, my Emperor!
Moving!
Bring your righteous fury down upon the enemy! Smite them without mercy!
For the Warhammer! The Empire endures! Slayer! Moving faster!
Oh, I see there's more fighting going on over there. There's... Are those our men? Or are those orcs? No, those are orcs, so what's the colour of the banners signify then?
Sigma! Prepare for combat! Ready! Understood!
Okay, we're going to charge those guys in.
Get those ladders off the walls!
Attack the sides and the rear of the enemy where possible. Their courage will surely fade if surrounded.
Yes, my lord! Hey! Thrash them! For France! We are Sigmar's heirs!
Let's have a look at him. Can we go into cinematic camera mode?
The defenders of Altdorf emerge to join the fight. See how the greenskins run when surrounded.
Battle! Battle and blood awaits! No!
Yes. Halberdiers are pretty sick, actually. Handgunners, armor-piercing missiles, crossbows, good range. Shock cavalry, armored and shielded. Yeah, they're heavy knights. And Karl Franz is just generally a badass. I think we're actually going to have another unit of swordsmen.
Excellent choices all. Be aware that your army must remain stationary to train the new recruits.
Okay.
Improvements may be made to your capital now that the threat to its security has receded. Altdorf must prosper if the Empire is to flourish.
So what can we build here? We can build... I have selected Altdorf.
Your Eminence, I suggest you upgrade the training facilities, allowing you to field better forces to face your enemies.
Okay, so we could build... No, we can't build that. We could build a port, which would upgrade us to have better growth. No actual ships. I'm not sure if there are actually naval battles in this. It doesn't look like it. It looks like a fairly landlocked game, but so then we can unlock spearmen and swordsmen. At training level 2, we can build halberdiers and still spearmen. Oh, spearmen with shields. That's better. And crossbowmen. Once we get to level 3, we get great swords. Awesome.
Excellent. The Imperial engineers will begin construction at once.
Okay. What's in the garrison? Altdorf's got a pretty sick-looking garrison. Why can't we have some of these guys go join our... I guess we can't yet.
Emperor, by Sigmar's will, there is nothing more you can do now. Let us await the enemy's response.
So be it! I like that. I like that a lot. You can turn off the AI movement. Oh, they want some.
The secessionists send out a force to stall your advance. Take the fight to them, and demonstrate the manner in which you will regain mastery of these lands.
Engage the enemy. Mission issued. Kick they asses.
Missions may be issued from time to time by those interested in your progress. These can be reviewed at your request, my lord.
Now I get the gist of it. So has that actually recruited our troops? Yes, it has. Do we have the option to recruit any more? We can, but we have to stop moving in order to do that, as I understand it. So, what's this guy got? He is... Helmut Ludenhoff. Looks like a helmet too. And he has a unit of spearmen, and we don't know what else he's got, but he's got another 4 units of something.
By the comet.
But if we move any closer, we engage him, so... Screw it, let's go kill him.
Men, war calls!
Battle is upon us. Study your options carefully. The enemy are close. Blood will be spilt.
Well, I think it's fairly safe to say we are going to kick the ever-loving crap out of them. But, because I'm new to the game, I am going to fight the battle manually, because I like learning how it goes, and... Another thing Total War has always done really well, certainly the last few versions, is it generates the map from where you are pretty well. So this one should be fairly flat. Yeah, I mean, I suppose technically there should be a road, but that road is actually modelled, because I think there was a road there I was walking along, wasn't there?
Your soldiers
yeah, there is. There's a little road.
For battle, my lord.
Turn on there.
They await your orders.
Okay. So, what have we got? Well, we have a massive hill, which is an enormous advantage already. Can we use a bunch of preset formations? If I go... Yeah, I can select all. Set formation. Missile front.
Ready!
Let's put these over here. Okay.
The winds of magic blow strongly in this place, Commander. Harness its power and channel it against your enemy.
We should be one nation.
I don't know how we're going to do that since we don't have any wizards.
Yes! To the Emperor! Let us show our hammers!
We don't have any hammers. Are they actually coming in, or... There used to be a way to zoom in. No? Okay. Some of my units are hidden, which means...
The high ground is yours, Commander. Be sure to use it to best advantage.
Spot as the target!
Okay. Let's bring these guys over here.
Quick, the warrior priest squad! Fill me with rage! Heading out!
No need to run.
Yes, General. Sir.
Spearmen! Formation! March! Ready for war!
Spearman.
Swordsman! Taking position! Halberdiers! To battle! Sir! For Ulfdorf! On way! Sigmar calls! My subjects call! My rule is absolute! See to it! Ready for war! Swordsman! They are mine to lead! We are Sigmar's heirs! Call France! We should be one nation!
Okay, I'm just messing with the grouping at the moment because I'm actually keeping my cavalry deliberately behind there.
And gunners!
Let's bring these guys down a little bit further.
We are better together! Any fool can see to battle!
Double fire at will. I want them in skirmish mode because I want them to withdraw
We are right!
if they start getting shot at.
Taking position! Sigmar is on our side! Seeking enemy!
Giving up the height advantage here. I don't like this. I mean, honestly, I could just ride down the hill and flatten these guys, most likely, but...
I cannot abide this! Shoot them! We are steadfast!
France.
Be sure to take charge of the forces you control, sire. Effective command of your army is a skill worth mastering.
Ready for war! Awaiting orders! Now cross that wall! Formation! March! Hand gunners!
Let's have the handgunners over here on the flank.
No lingering! What do you bid? No lingering! Swordsmen! To battle! Spearmen!
Keep your missile units back from the enemy, my lord. They will be most effective if allowed to shoot from a distance.
Moving now!
Okay, handgunners.
For the twin-tailed puppet!
Open fire.
Spearmen! At speed! Sigmar calls! Brakes for impact!
Let's go, France.
Sigmar calls!
Get him!
Sigmar calls!
Your presence can sway the battle, sire. Your words and actions can inspire the troops.
Oh crap, are those trolls?
Use your influence and abilities.
Ready for war!
Handgunners. Shoot the arse out of those trolls.
Spearmen!
Flank charge the trolls.
Ulrich's wrath on them!
Get him. It's hammer time. Get the trolls. Come on, let him through. Go, Carl France. Oh, nice. He just hammered that troll straight in the head.
The enemy general joins the fray, Commander.
Oh, hello.
He fights amongst his mounted troops. Strike him down. With them all right.
Let's have a look what's going on over here. Cavalry.
Hand gunners! All ranks, fire! We are Sigmar's heirs! Our weapons are yours, sir!
Swordsman rank up over there.
For the Emperor! Take position, General!
No, turn, turn, turn. No, run!
Now! Sir! Yes, sir! Ready! See to it!
Oh, crap. I think I just got all my handgunners killed. My dirty goblin spider cavalry. Have some spearmen.
Halberdiers! What do you bid? Sigmar calls! By Ulrich's wrath! Prepare for combat! Sigmar calls!
Let's see if I can get the handgunners out of that. Yep, that's it. That's forced them off. Lots of spearmen.
Spearmen!
The enemy general has been dragged from his mount and run through, Commander. His army will surely lose the will to fight now.
Yep, they're all running for it.
War, sir!
Chase them down. Kill them all.
Let the goblin scum flee, my Emperor. Altdorf is secure.
Fire!
Kill everything.
Come on!
No, no. You've won the battle. Okay. Pretty good so far. It's Total War. It is. However, I think that is where I'm going to call this first video with that intro game. You know, no, we'll play the next bit. We'll play a bit. Festus.
The greenskins run for their burrows, Emperor. Their dead and dying litter the field. Altdorf is safe for now.
Which is a very pretty campaign map at that. Okay.
The capital may be secure, yet many enemies still surround you. Survey the map for yourself, Your Eminence.
Okay, so we've got Eilhart, Marienburg.
The lands to the north of the Reich are controlled from Middenheim, my Emperor. Elector Count Boris Todbringer, Graf of Middenheim, was a rival claimant to the throne, and bitter that you have taken the mantle. Secessionists hostile to your election as Emperor are trying to form a breakaway province to the south. They will mobilize against you and march against Altdorf when their strength is sufficient.
There's Kemperbad. There's the Moot over here. Which is where the halflings live. Avenheim. Schwarznaffen. That looks Vampire County to me. Yeah, this is all looking very vampire-y over here. Nuln. Nuln traditionally in Warhammer makes fantastic artillery, so I'm curious to see if... And then there's Marienburg up here.
The wealthy city-state of Marienburg lies to the west. It seceded over 70 years ago in a corrupt deal that brought shame on the Empire. This city would surely make a glittering prize for your burgeoning reign.
Okay, so from what I'm seeing here, we've essentially got three main threats, or three main things to go after. Marienburg.
The secessionists cannot be allowed to defy your rule and field their own armies. The time to move against them is now, Your Eminence.
Okay, so we select Karl Franz's army.
Is it time?
What we've got here is... okay, so it wants us to take Grunberg. Do we have enough? We've got handgunners, we've got some Reichsguard cavalry. We've got some crossbowmen, some handgunners, some spearmen, some halberdiers and some swordsmen, and of course Emperor Karl Franz Badassington himself.
Ulrich's will!
Good. Such decisive action will leave the enemy in no doubt as to your intentions. They will be forced to fight or to capitulate.
Yes, they will.
All men stand ready to take up arms for your cause, my Emperor. Recruit them, and they will be ready to fight in the battles that are to come.
Select Karl Franz's army. Let us recruit some more troops. We can have some more spearmen or some more swordsmen. I'm guessing... Can we have both? What's the difference? That's the treasury. Predicted income. Yeah. So one is the flat cost of recruitment and the other one is the upkeep cost. So obviously at the moment we have tons of money and loads of income. So we can easily afford to recruit...
Franz. They will obey.
Oh, I see. That's what's available. We could recruit a spearman as well. 2 spearmen, 2 swordsmen. We don't have a lot of cavalry. Spearmen are the cheaper option. What's the difference? Swordsmen have shields. Spearmen are good against monsters. Charge defense against large foes. Swordsmen are actually stronger. If we right-click them. Oh, cool! It opens a little window that tells us all about them. Okay, I actually think we want with the...
Take the ground!
Okay, that'll do. That's what I wanted to do. I just want to make them run up the hill. You know what? I think we're going to shoot.
For the twin-tailed comet! Armed and ready! We are ready! Raise our hands! Time for fighting!
We're in skirmish mode. And my cavalry are going to eat their missile units from behind.
Halberdiers! Swordsmen! For Heldenhammer!
Your troops come under fire, Commander. Have them find cover or eliminate the source.
For the Emperor!
You guys can come around the flank here.
Make me proud of the province! The Empire endures! Spearmen, we must defend our
The enemy waver, my lord. Their troops begin to flee. Run the cowards down.
Missiles will fly! Sigmar calls! Finding range, sir!
And the cavalry have done their job there. You can come back up the hill and charge these guys in the arse, which should break them nicely. I'm not sure if these guys are actually able to shoot into melee without hurting my own troops. I presume they probably can't. However, these guys are screwed. That should do it. Sigmar busy.
Ready for war!
Can he duel this guy directly or something?
Die, traitor!
No, you don't. You're not getting away that easily. Karl Franz is going to kick your ass. And there we go. Hammer to the face. Well, to the back of the head, I suppose, technically. Yeah, we have won the battle. And now they're not engaged anymore. Our handgunners and everyone are opening fire on them nicely.
Missile troops! Spearmen!
We could fight on and run them down, but where's my cavalry? They're good at this sort of thing. Yeah, run these guys down. Let's have a look at these guys anyway closely. Unit camera. That's pretty cool.
Detachments move! Charge! We are Sigma's heirs! They are Sigma's foes!
They are Sigma's going to die.
Sigma guides us!
Run them all down. at our swordsman. So yeah, all in all, pretty good. Let's end the battle. We are victorious. Now that's a fairly long first video, so we're going to call it. I will catch you guys next time. It's a bit straight away, but I'm going to break the video here anyway. So yeah, let's see what's. Let's have a little look at the rundown before I end it though. They killed one guy, which was
Victory is yours, my
that
lord.
dick basically.
But what about the fate of those captured in battle? It can be beneficial to hold them, but sometimes leniency or brutality can be worth more.
Okay. So we have the option after the battle. We can pardon the captives. Allow them to return home for ransom. We get more trust. Casually replace men are reluctant to join the ranks of this army. But it gives us some money. Execute the captives. We get bonus to leadership for that. Or we can take on the captives. And essentially conscript the survivors. We have 52 captured enemy to worry about here. I think, honestly, they tried to secede from the Empire. They are rebels. They are the worst kind of scum. And the rebellion will be crushed with one swift stroke, or several swift strokes, of a big hammer to their forehead. However, an example needs to be set to these bastards, so off with their faces, and heads, and balls, not necessarily in that order.
Pick up the pace!
Our enemies gather to strike at us once more. Attack first and deny them the opportunity to reach full strength. Oh yeah, successful. That was a mission we just had. So, yeah.
Those that serve your cause gain experience over time, my lord. Be sure to guide their development to your advantage.
Okay, so I will pause this in a minute, but
This action does not have my consent.
It is important to act quickly if you have any intention of securing lasting authority over the Empire. The people must learn that open dissent cannot be tolerated. Capture Grunberg and snuff out the resistance there.
follower gained. Okay. Follower gained militiaman, unit experience, +1 infantry, yep. And a burger, public order, yep. So... how do we level him up? Ah, down here. So he's leveled up. Skill points. We can give him hard to hit, it gives him melee defense. We give him inspiring president, which gives him a leadership aura. We can give him route marcher, which will improve the campaign speed of our guys. Essentially, we've got 3 trees we can go down. We can go down essentially full-on melee and armor and so on. We can go down essentially leadership, or we can go down essentially campaign management effectively, or we can buy him this. There are some quests we can get him. Those are pretty cool. get him a warhorse. Give him Imperial Pegasus. And at rank 15 we can get Deathclaw Griffin. I think initially I would like to get him a warhorse. And next level we can get. Oh, you can upgrade it to a barded war. I see where this goes. Let's. So I can get a warhorse, or I can give him increased melee. I think initially. No, I like the idea of the warhorse. I'm going to go with the warhorse. I think probably, if I was sensible, some of these general army leadership abilities might be the better way to go initially, but what's these ones here? Stances. Oh, that's just army stances. We can set them to... that's kind of cool. So march stance moves faster, but you can't recruit. Your troops are, yeah, tired when they get into battle. I think I figured how this works now. Right, anyway guys, that's all, as I was saying, that's episode 1, as it were, of Warhammer Total War, or Total War Warhammer, or Total Warhammer, or whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm going to call it Total Warhammer from now on, because that's what it should have been called, but for trademarking rules. So yeah, I will, well, if you've enjoyed these, I hope to see you guys next time, and please do like and subscribe if you are interested in my stuff and want to see more of my assorted gubbins, by which I mean videos, nothing else. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Hey, it's late. It's been a long week. I'm tired. Yeah, and if you have any suggestions, polite ones, well, or non-polite ones, I don't really care, feel free to leave them in the comments. Please do comment if you have any input, positive or negative. Either way, I am always happy to argue, troll, rant, or just generally have a good old argument about anything online, because I think that's fun, because I'm a sadistic bastard like that, who apparently hates life and wants to kill himself with arguments over trivial stupidity. If you think I've got vast amounts of lore about Warhammer or things relating to Warhammer wrong, please do feel to rage and rage about it in the comments, and I will ignore you. But, yeah, someone once said, there is no such thing as bad publicity. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this first episode. I will probably be starting the second episode more or less straight away, so I will see you guys next time. Cheers!